We are walking polo today, and I don't know if you can see, but there's like some turtles in the water. They look so pretty, and also there are a little like macaws that fly everywhere. Hopefully you'll be able to hear them. They're so cute. There's my mom over there with Polo. He's been a little bit naughty. I'm not sure why. He's a little bit too excited. And these people here dance, how funny. It's like elderly. That's quite nice. Full of life. How pretty is this lake? And they actually have fish. I don't know if you can see the sort of like orange shadow over there. But they do have fish. How cute. Oh, look at there as well. How pretty. And guys, I don't know if I told you, but like my actual lens for my DJI Osmo Pocket, I actually lost it. I don't actually know where I left it, but I remember I saw it on Saturday, then I saw it on Sunday, and then yesterday when I went to use it, I couldn't find it, and I looked everywhere, okay, and I haven't been able to find it, so I'm a little bit upset about that. I just made myself a nice pot of tea because today actually Robert is coming, so I'm sure he will want some nice iced tea for later. So that's that. I have just not finished my workout, and I think I'm gonna be filming a couple of shorts and TikToks in a minute. I'm gonna be trying the whole makeup that we got yesterday from Rose Lab, which if you haven't seen it, in my main channel I just did a haul for a brand called Rose Lab, which is a national brand here in Venezuela. So it's pretty much like primer quality, but they're really nice, really fancier than that. The packaging is inspired like other brands, and the whole brand is like a mix of Hourglass, Batik Tra, Too Faced, and Yuzu. Even the store is like literally like going to Yuzu. So it was quite nice and really affordable. So if you are interested, I'll put the sort of like the thingy linked either down below or in the little card, like, you know, the little circle. Do you know what I'm talking about? I just put it there. I have just found this, which I had inside my closet, and it's actually from one of my friends from the UK. She gave it to me ages ago, and I always had it inside my closet. I never actually thought I could put it here, but like every time I open my closet I will see it. But I just realized it, like here I think it looks really nice. Just if you close the window or the curtains, you might not see it, but most of the time I do have that little curtain there open, so I think it's a nicer place, so like I can see more often rather than having it inside the closet hanging. Also, I have decided I actually want to sort out like my makeup and like hair station, because I think it's a little bit messy. So I do have many sort of like makeup pouches or like little travel bags that I'm going to be using to do that. So I'm just going to go get them now and go to my sort of like office beauty room so that I can sort out all the makeup. So basically, ideally, what I want to do is change all of this and all of this and whatever is inside here, because it's all a little bit too messy. So what I want to do is change and add some of the things which I already did from this drawer and that one into this Rose Lab bag that I got from that store, which is only a temporary solution, but I'm just hoping to make this space a little bit tidy, and I do have more boxes and bags and whatnot over here, which I am hoping I will be able to utilize to make this space a little bit nicer looking. Okay guys, so this is the final result. I managed to put all my setting sprays here, my travel brushes here, random things here. I got lip liners and eyeliners that I don't actually use on a daily basis here. Lashes, mirror. This one that I'm currently using, it doesn't actually fit here, so I'm just leaving it here. Baby wipes, and this in case I want to do like an eyeshadow thing. I just sort of like tape it here in the corner of my eye. And then here we have all my makeup. So I have my powders, bronzers and blushes. and then I have highlighters and eyeshadows, but like square eyeshadows, like a little on the bigger side. And then here I have liquid eyeshadows, round eyeshadows, my two Chanel highlights. So this is like when you're a little bit more pale, and then you have this one for when you're bronzy, or you can just mix them. Here I have all my puff and my sponges and whatnot, Q-tips, and then I have all my color correctors, brow pomade, primers, lipstick, not lipstick, so it's like a lip balm, contour stick, highlighter stick, and so on. Then here, so this is how it looks like. Here I have my brushes and my rose petals. Well, it's not rose petals, it's like an actual sort of like rose. I just left it here on display, which looks really nice. Sorry about that. Then in this basket I changed to all my hair products, hair brushes, my creams, which are separate from this one. This is like my base, my concealer, my liquid blush, and then the sort of like lip liners, mascara, and like little things that I use on a daily basis. Then here I changed this for my sort of like, what is this called? Headband bag. Then here just scrunchies and like hair ties. So it looks like that, it looks quite nice. And then here I have all my little hair clips, bows, and big hair clips. Okay, so difficult to do that with just one hand. And then in here I left my current perfumes that are almost finishing, so I just left it here. And I have all this base. Oh, and I forgot to show you. So here I left my mirror that I use whenever I need to look a little bit closer. I do use it, but when it's not in use, I leave it here with my lights. So in the bag that I got from Rose Lab, which is very, very, very cute, I put my Dyson, because in my other bag, which I have such a mess, which is this one, it wouldn't close. And then the actual bag that comes with the Dyson is just horrible. So I don't like that bag. That one didn't close anymore because I keep buying and buying like new attachments. So I have a collection of all attachments, new attachments, and basically I do have more attachments in the UK, so I have like twice the attachments. So I don't actually have both of all of them. But for example, like I will have a small brush here, like round brush, and then I have one in the UK. And then I have the big brush here, the round one, but I don't have it there. And then I have the long barrel head there, but the old one, when they used to come like one for each side. And then I have the new version here. So like I still have so many there, and I keep buying here. I did bought a new one, which is the 0.7 or 0.8 barrel, and it actually, like, Amazon didn't deliver. Like I ordered two things, a case which is going to be delivered today, but it was actually delivered to my friend's house in America, and then he sent me the package, and like it was only the case. So like my actual barrel didn't came, but like that one is going to be added to the list. And like every time I see a new one, I just buy it because why not. And like this one is the Dyson that I bought for my hair, but I'm gonna be leaving it for my mom. So at the same time, I still gonna need more attachments for when I go back to the UK or when I travel. So like that bag is just gonna continue grow and grow and grow with attachments, especially if I bring my other Dyson from the UK here. Like that bag is gonna be so full. So yeah, love that bag, so useful. And here I changed. I got a tripod, I got my heatless curl here from Shein, and then I have a little random things like that and that I don't really use anymore. I do have another thing which my mom has got in her room. Oh, and my hair straightener, which is the GHD one for cancer research one. So it's like the pink one basically. And then here I have all my other heatless curls, like my hair rollers. Then I got like some ribbons here, some hair thingies here, all my sparkly body creams and whatnot. And here are all my eyeshadows, which I left it here so I can just pick whatever I want, or like just put it there on my vanity and then just put them back. I did left a eyeshadow that I do use on a daily basis, but I don't actually want to use it as much because this one is amazing for traveling, so like I'm gonna be just using the other one. And well, that's that. And basically now I need to sort of like find another cup with like a plastic lid, because I want to finish this powder. And I don't know if you remember, but I did mention in another video that it broke, so when I put the brush I do a mess. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to find a sort of like a plastic cup with a lid, and then transfer that so I can get rid of this and just leave it there. So I have changed it again. So basically what I did now is, like, I saw it was a little bit crowded there, so I reduce the amount of things that I have on this corner. And because this side is like sort of like tucked away, I don't know if you can see, but like I have like my outfit here, and then when I'm sat here you can only literally like see me. You don't really see this little corner here because of like half of the vanity is like covering it up. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put it there, and then when I need to use my mirror I can either put it like so, because I always need to find like something where to stand my mirror because it is so small, or I can just, wait 1 second. So I just put it like this. Right, okay, so I can just do it like that. And have it like that, and like I can see, and I can see myself, and then when I'm ready I can just put it back. I think I love the whole thing. So when I'm ready, imagine I'm sat here and then I need, you know, the height. I'll put it back here, and then my mirror goes back there. And then it's not on the way, I don't have like visual pollution. And then here it's just nice and tidy. I love that. I forgot about my G. Like, look at the amount of headbands that I have. And like the worst thing is I have more in the UK, but like, okay, one thing about me is when I used to work, oh my god, Princess is there. I don't know if you can see. So that is the area where we have the treadmill. I don't know if you can see through the window, but she's just there. She looks so pretty. She's just there watching through the window. But anyways, when I used to work in like many jobs that I had, I always had to wear uniform when I was back at uni. So like basically I didn't like wearing uniform, so I used to be like, oh, like how can I add personality to my uniform, you know, to my essence. So what I did was I used to buy every single headband that I used to see anywhere, and like I would wear it to work with like a nice hairstyle, and every single day, every single time, at least minimum 2 people will say something like, oh, I love your headband, you look so pretty with your headband. And like most of them are sparkly, so like people will say like, oh, I really love your sparkly headband, blah blah blah. So like every time I see a new one I'll buy it just for that purpose. But yeah, so like that's the actual reason why I use so many. But like nowadays I don't actually use as many. However, because I do have them, I don't want you keeping them in the bag, so I do try to use it. And now my mom is using them, so it's quite funny that she's using like my old headbands. But like for example, in a week, maybe 3 or 4 days out of the week I will use one, or just to be at home when I don't actually want my hair to be on the way, I'll use one. So it's not that bad, I'm still using them. But I am extremely happy about the progress of my room. It doesn't look so cluttered, and yeah, I am really happy. Obviously this is not my ideal beauty room, office, workout studio, but this is what we have for now. Hopefully when we move to Caracas, well, my mom, when she moves to Caracas, obviously I'm going to be coming with her to help her while we finish to do the other things that we need to do before I can go back home to England. But I am really excited, and for now this is like bigger than my house in the UK. So like I literally had 1 bedroom flat, and it was a little bit crowded. I still have so many of my things. So what I was thinking is, when my mom moves to Caracas, I want to have like a big room that I can transform into like room, office, and then another room which is going to be like my beauty room. And then hopefully when I'm back in the UK, I'm literally going to ship half of my things back so I can have it here at home. Because if I'm going to go back to the UK, I'm not going to go back to a big place. Unfortunately, I can't afford that. So like for now, it's only going to be like either 1 bedroom floor, 1 bedroom flat, or even just a lot of friends for now. I don't actually know, because I did give up my list, so like all my things are at my friend's house. So like I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but like I know that once I'm back I need to ship at least half of my things because I have so many things, and like these flats are just so small. But anyways, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna go find a cup to transfer my powder. So I actually managed to find this cup, and I did have a really nice one. It was like sort of like around this big, and it was just like this, which was ideal, sorry. But I think my brother threw it away because I actually left it in the car because I put there Princess Treats because we were going to get my hair done and she was gonna go play with the cat, and she actually hated it. But we finished all the treats because there were 3 different cats including Princess, and now I just can't find the plastic cup, and there is no more plastic cups like that one. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna transfer it to this one. I was just smelling it just to make sure it was clean. It's quite sticky on the lid, but it's fine. It's just so I don't make a mess when I apply it. And this is an actual sponge that came with the thing. I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest, but you know, it's not that bad. Just gonna throw that away, and I'll throw that away. By the way, this is the Kiko Milan powder, and it was the Little Mermaid collection, and I was on the shade Honey number 5. So I'm just gonna be using it like that until it finishes, so I can move on with my next powder. So we have just come now to Puerto Cabello, and this is a place where we are actually gonna go to Isla Larga. It's just about 10 minutes by boat, and we're gonna be hiring one of these, and they're gonna be taking us to the island. So basically we're gonna go to the place where they have some boats from World War II, so that's gonna be quite interesting because we're gonna do skydiving. So now we're just in the boat here, and we're just on the way there. Look at the water! Today, so we have this in the middle, but it doesn't matter because I'm sitting on this side and I can see it through that way, and then he is sitting on that side, so it's not actually on the way. But basically we found sort of like a tree, so we are just under the tree, and it's actually quite nice. We don't need to use this, but the nicest thing is we had found the boat, and we're gonna be doing scuba diving in a minute, but we literally have it like just there, like in front of us. So nice, so big as well. I'm so excited to swim over there. And yeah, we've got really nice animals around. We have found some lizards, some crabs, and we do have the national park people here just right next to us, so that's quite nice in case we draw them or something. How pretty is the boat? So basically the guy said they've been there since 1941, and they're supposed to be like a German and French boat, so it's 2 different boats. And actually like they left it close to Venezuela and then they move it here to Isla Larga, but it's not like they literally came here. They were like somewhere else and then they were moved here.
and then they just left it here like trash. And now basically what we do is we just have it here as a tourist attraction, which is quite nice. It was quite nice to scuba dive in the boat. They have so many corals and so many fish. We actually bought a camera, but then we didn't realize that the camera case for on water was broken, so we couldn't record anything.